Hello everyone. Welcome to e-learning of IT for 12th standard. This video is for 12th standard commerce students. From last lecture we are discussing the different ways to optimize a web page or website. So until now we have discussed about different ways to optimize web page like HTML header, then body content, then links, indexing and Google Form. So today we will discuss or continue with the next way, that is some other factors. So first one is robot.txt. Robot.txt is a file is nothing but what tells the search engines which pages to access and index on your website and which not. So which pages are to be accessed and which pages are not to be or disallowed from the website, that is indicated with a robots.txt file. For example, if you specify in your robot.txt file that you don't want the search engines to be able to access your thank you page, then that page won't be able to show up in a search results and the web users won't be able to find it. So if you specify thank you page to disallow from indexing, from accessing, then if any user will search for the thank you page, then that page will not be available on a search results for the user. Your robots.txt file instructs these programs not to search your thank you page on your site, which you designate using a disallow command. So for that purpose you have to write a program code as follows. So this is a program, short program. We have to use a disallow command within it. So first user agent :*. After that your command use is a disallow command. So disallow : thank you.html. So now thank you.html will be disallowed or not included from accessing within accessing and indexing purpose. So whenever user will search for this page, that will not be available in search results. So that is used with a robot.txt file. Next one is a device rendering. This check visually demonstrates how your page renders on different devices. So it is important that your page is optimized for the mobile and tablet devices, as today the majority of web traffic comes from these sources. So many of the people nowadays uses some mobile phones and tablet devices to access the different websites, so that your website should be visually same for the different devices. So that is nothing but a device rendering. So if suppose you access the website on a computer, laptop, and same website is accessed in a mobile phone, it should have a same appearance. So that is nothing but a device rendering. Next one is a Flash. Flash is an interactive media technology that makes the sites more interesting. So interactive technology using which site can be made more interesting, that is nothing but a Flash. But Flash can kill your search rankings because search engines can't index the Flash content directly. So as using the Flash, your website can become a more interesting, it will be interactive, but your search rankings can be decreased because in perspective of a search engines, they can't index the Flash content directly, so that your ranking may get down. Next one is the iframes. So similar to the Flash, frames are a burden in terms of SEO. So when you use the frames on a page, you confuse search engines which may rank down your website. So you can use the different frames, you can use the iframes, but in terms of SEO, frames are a burden. So that's why using iframes, your search ranking may get decreased, may get down. Next one is a favicon. Favicon means nothing but a favorite icon. It can be also known as a shortcut icon, website icon, tab icon, URL icon, bookmark icon. So in this way, favorite icon is a favicon. Favicon is a visual representation of your website and business, so that users will identify with your brand based on the favicon you use. So you can choose any favicon for your website or business. So by using that favicon, users will identify you with such a brand of your favicon. See here, there are some examples of popular favicons of different websites. So this is of Google, YouTube, Facebook, Insta, etc. So in this way, there can be a favorite icon used for your website. Next one is a legible font sizes. So it means that a font size declared as a bigger, smaller or the same size as should be easily readable when the user is viewing the page on mobile or smaller screens. So as the font sizes or the styling effects that you have specified for a website, that can be vary for the different devices, that is for laptops, mobile phones and tablets. So your page, your website should be visible, should be having the legible font sizes so that user can easily read your content, so that content should be readable. So for that you can use bigger, smaller or the same size of fonts. Next one is a tab target sizing. Tab target is any element on a web page that a user interacts with. So user interacts with a different elements on a web page. So that is nothing but a tab target. It is nothing but any element. This includes the action buttons, links, advertisements, etc. So the links on which the user clicks, button on which the user clicks, that are nothing but a tab target or the elements on a web page. So that a user taps on when accessing a web page using a touch screen. So buttons, links and ads are getting tapped by a user using a touch screen. Therefore the size of such a tabs or touch element should be relevant, neither too small nor too big. So size of that element should be small, not too small and not too big. See, we should have experienced it that whenever we are accessing some website and we want to submit the form, then at that time there is a button that can be a submit button or OK button, and we want to click on that button. But if suppose size of that button is too small, then it will be a difficult to click exactly on that button. Or if it is a too big, then also it will be a difficult task. So that you have to use the size of elements, tab target element with the appropriate size. So that is a tab target sizing. Next way to optimize the web page is a performance results. Within that, first one is a number of resources. This check displays the total number of files that need to be retrieved from the web servers to load your page. So to load any web page, there can be a multiple files in a backend to be loaded. So that different number of files increases the number of resources. As a general rule, having more files to retrieve increases the number of server requests and can subsequently increase the page load time. See, to load any web page, if there are many more files to be retrieved at the backend, then the loading of that page will get more time. So it is good to remove unnecessary files or consolidate the files like styles and scripts which are less required. So we have to remove unnecessary files so that your web page will get loaded in a less time. Next one is a page speed info. So page speed does not affect the SEO as it is a direct ranking factor. While creating a website, attention is given on the design, content and as many visuals as possible. So this can slow down the website and obstruct the usability. See, page speed does not affect the SEO as it is a direct ranking factor, but still while creating website most of the people gives more attention on designing, content and many visual aspects of the website, so which can slow down the websites. If you use heavy graphics, many images, audios or multimedia files within a website, then that speed of the page will get decreased, so that obstructs the usability and can slow down the website. Next one is a page size info. The term page size in the SEO world refers to the downloaded file size of the given web page. So any web page that is if downloaded, then size of that file is nothing but a page size in terms of SEO world. Next way to optimize the web page is SEO social media optimization. So it deals with enhancing the website's ranking using interactive communities like Facebook, Twitter, blogs, forums, etc. So that is enhancing the website's ranking using social media, different types of social media, that is interactive communities like Facebook, Twitter, etc. So when these communities have the links to the created website, it builds familiarity and trust about the website. So if such a website, such a popular social media sites have the links to your website, then that creates a trust about your website and builds a familiarity. Next one is the SEO security checks. Security is important to ensure your website protects user data, does not become compromised or experience downtime or the data loss. So security is important to ensure that your data is protected, does not compromise or any experience any data loss or downtime. It includes the SSL enabled yes or no, whether it follows HTTPs, malware check, and email privacy. So to check the different types of viruses, then email privacy, then SSL is enabled or not, then HTTP, it follows the HTTPs or not. So that are the different SEO security checks. So these are the different ways to optimize the web page for SEO. Note down all these different ways to optimize the web page for SEO. Thank you.